Hey everyone, it's Vallen from Mischief of Mice, here with Guild Wars 2 Heart of Thorns. Now, I'm going to be playing through this with Vallen, my main character. Now, I should actually say that Valena here, my female Norn here, she actually has a lot more time spent just because I do really enjoy the Guardian class, but ever since the Druid came out, I've gone back to playing Vallen again, and he doesn't have as much of the map complete as one would like, but hey, I'm a casual player. I don't even know how I got this 7 on the PvP rank because I haven't actually played any. But with this, I have actually unlocked the Druid Specialization with the points that I had, and I figured I would just play through the storyline Heart of Thorns and really enjoy myself as we go, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the content. I'll try and edit it in case there are some like boring bits or too much for people to sit through that's a bit bland, but I figured let's just get into it. So here we go. You're going to end up wanting to start off by going into your hero menu and choosing. Where is it here? Down here you'll see that there are masteries are locked, but if you go to the story journal, you'll see Heart of Thorns if you have purchased this expansion. And then you can start your story. I actually have not finished my own story on this character. I did on Valena, but I have not here, so I'm not sure how this may or may not affect things. I would assume it just jumps into it anyway and allows me to proceed as if I had finished. Alright, so once I've started this, you need to go to the Rally to Maguuma checkpoint, and I have not actually done any of this, so it's going to be all new to me. Now, something you should know about the Druid Specialization, and that is, once you ended up unlocking the training for it here, which does cost 60 hero points to start, and then I spent 15 to get the first item here, which is the Celestial Being and Staff Proficiency. But once you get the 60, then you're able to open up the Specialization, and another 15 will get you the Celestial Being option. So I ended up doing that, and then I ran out of hero points. But as I understand, in the Heart of Thorns, there's a lot more hero points to get, so I'm not going to run around Assalon just yet doing this. I figure I will run around getting hero points at a future time, and it would just mean that I would get slowly better as I go with the Druid Specialization. Now with this, let's take a look at some of the skills here. Now, I have unlocked it. You get the Celestial Being, and if you guys saw my beta preview of the Druid, you already know that this you turn into an astral being of sorts, and you will cast a lot of really good heal spells for a short time. And your skill bar changes, and you're able to cast I think 1, 3, and 4 are really good heals. 2 I think removes conditions, and 5 is a little bit more offensive. There's no I don't think there's any damage involved, but it ends up, I think, creating slows and immobilizes with this little black hole effect. It's pretty cool. But with the Druid regular staff, once I equipped it, or once I unlocked that, I was actually gifted a staff. And, oops, let me go back to my equipment here. And you can see here is the Druid staff that I was, well, actually here, we'll preview it, that I was gifted. And this is just for unlocking it. You automatically get this. It's pretty good. It's equivalent of an exotic here, and you get 2 open upgrade slots, so that's totally awesome. Just by unlocking it, you get yourself a new skin, new weapon, and as I understand, there's also some new shoulders that will come out of this as well. For an armor. I did not see that. I may have missed it if it is available. I'll take a look at it later. But I, in preparation for this, had picked up a staff that I was interested in, Memory of the Sky, and then I popped on an upgrade or 2 that I thought would be appropriate for the Druid, which was the water. It's not very popular, but it was cheap, so hey, I don't mind. Alright, so going back to the skill set though, I mean, you've got your Solar Beam, which is basically just a damage over time with healing anybody or any good guy, including your pet, that is in that beam. Then you've got your Astral Wisp, which you basically attach this little a miniature planet is the way I'm going to say it, because as much as this is all Druid, it seems to really go around celestial bodies and planets and the stars and so on. And essentially, let's see if I can put him into peaceful mode and then send an Astral Wisp. And actually, what it would do, I automatically attacked, sorry, is it would spin around it just like a little planet around a sun or a star. And it will do damage and healing, just like your regular attack will. And I actually found these to be quite useful against regular world bosses as well. Then you've got your Ancestral Grace, which is a great gap closer or escape tactic. You also heal yourself and an area for allies when you land, which is fantastic. Then you've got Vine Surge, which is basically just an immobilize for a good distance. Sends out this. And then you've got your Sublime Conversion, which is very situational, but that's fine. I mean, you've got some really useful early keys here. This one here will turn any projectiles coming through this wall will turn into healing bolts instead. So as people are trying to damage you, instead they'll end up healing you if they attack with some kind of projectile. Now I haven't unlocked any of the other skills, so I've got something basically set up just for my own personal survivability and interest. And then I've got my Celestial Avatar. As I deal damage or heal, I gain more towards doing this. I also have a couple of pets in tow. I don't know if you noticed, I currently have a build set up for beast mastering, because I figure, why not? If I can heal allies, especially my pet nearby, I can focus a bit on that, as well as a little bit on archery, which is what I have my setup here for. And therefore I could heal allies, do some damage with my pet, and a little bit with myself. And I even have Healing Spring going on here so that I can help out even more. So, before I end up getting carried away with even more jibber jabber, let's get on with this and we'll start some Heart of Thorns content. Alright, yes.
Commander, Mordremoth proved even more powerful than we imagined. The jungle itself set against us and shredded our ships. And then there was the call. All of us Sylvari heard it, and many followed Mordremoth's commands, turning on their packed allies. Many are dead. Still others are missing. And our fleet is utterly broken. If rescue doesn't come soon, there won't be anything left to rescue. Please, we need your help.
And here we are back into the Silver Wastes, but obviously in an instance. I'm going to make sure that I put it on the description here, but obviously there will be spoilers if you have not completed your own personal story on this. So, oops, of course I'm going the wrong way. So, hopefully I didn't spoil anything for anybody that I didn't give a warning to up front. I'll probably put like a little overlay letting people know. So.
Good to see you, Commander. Some of your associates are already in the field. They were eager to help.
At ease, Tactician. Larenthir called for my assistance. What can you tell me about the situation in Maguuma?
We've seen a few survivors coming out of the jungle, and the news isn't good. Mordremoth destroyed the fleet as soon as it arrived. It was a massacre. Those that survived are in disarray. We're keeping the way out of Maguuma open, mostly. But Amber Sandfall is getting hit pretty hard. If we lose that...
We won't. We need that way out for survivors, and a way in for reinforcements. We're going to turn this around. We also need Traherne and Destiny's Edge. They were with the fleet, and I need to know what happened to them.
And of course, the people that we need to escort just took off without us while I was still talking to the lady. So let's see if I can possibly catch up quickly here. There we go. Alright.
primary rally point.
Mortimer's trying to keep us bottled up here. We can't
All
let
right.
that happen.
And I am currently set up so that as I switch pets, I will end up doing even more damage. Of course, it helps if my pet is not set on peaceful mode as well. So right now, I'm just doing a regular laser beam here with my staff. And anything that I pass through, if you notice, is getting a little heal from it as well. Namely, my pet or the Vigil Crusader, whoever is targeted. Let's toss one of these little, what are they called? Wisps out. Really cool, I do enjoy these. And just to make sure these guys stop moving, I'm going to toss that out. And I can actually do some really heavy damage with my pet by having it do its special attack, then switching, and doing another one. And you notice I got Fury, Swiftness, and Might for quite a bit, just by switching my pet. And with Beast Mastery I was able to lower those cooldowns as well. And adding this, which also causes a blind, and does some more severe damage to the enemy. It's pretty good stuff. We're going to focus on him. So that's no good. I really hate those stupid insect swarms. Yeah. Alright, he's down at least. Now, I do remember playing some of this in the beta, but it was actually a packed bowl that they had, like this giant bowl, and it was just moving slowly and would constantly get killed by stuff because it just kind of stood there. I kind of like this idea better that they ended up having it be Whisper's agents. Oops, I totally mistimed that. So they're much more mobile, and with this I can actually heal these guys, or I could have healed the packed bowl before. And my pet's off of cooldown, but it really only works in battle. So let's see if we can help these guys. I keep forgetting that the Whisper's agents give a cloaking field in an area. That's why my character keeps disappearing on occasion. I thought that it was a... let's go with this Raider guy. I'm going to summon a new pet to take him out. He's really, really annoying me. There we go. No more members. So I was noticing that the Mortem Husks were having their field go up. Let's see if I can actually get able to hold still. Add a little bonus damage to my pet, and then use its special. That helps take that down much, much easier. Okay, so I see the two people here, and they seem to really want to, I can't do it unless it's full. That sucks.
We can't let that happen.
Thank the gods you're here, boss. We were
Talk to
hoping
them
for
at
some
least.
kind of...
Alright. Not sure how we're supposed to talk to the people that we passed a while back, way back here. Rots and Brahm.
We'll get the egg back, but right now our top priority is Mortimer. What's the situation here?
Alright. Come back here and get this guy off. He's really annoying.
I never made it to Camp Resolve. Once I heard the fleet had been attacked, I knew I'd be needed here.
So it's even worse than it looks.
It's nice that they're still talking.
We're ready to go. Just say the word.
Consider it said. Finish up what you're doing and meet me on the edge of the jungle. We'll all go in together.
Good. First my sister, then the Zephyrite Masters, now the Pact Fleet. Mordramoth has to be stopped for good.
Looks like there's a little iffiness with escorting the packed people through there. Not even sure if I was supposed to do that. It just, I mean, it was green, so I thought that it was one of the objectives I needed to do. So let's go over here and see what we can do to help these guys out. Alright, focus on this guy. Go get him. Pop this early. And that. We're going to swap and attack. Now you notice I'm pretty much just playing with the Druid stuff. I really want to try and get used to that as much as I can. And if I need to, then I can switch over to
Hey, Commander.
my bow.
That's your pact rank, right? Glad you're here. They say Mordramoth wiped out the entire fleet. The news has Frostbite a little anxious. I mean, because Destiny's Edge was on board. I hope they're okay.
I'm with Frostbite. The boss, Destiny's Edge, and airships built that town. How did it go so wrong this time?
We're about to see for ourselves. I need you two at the staging area near Amber Sandfall and ready to go when I arrive.
We'll be there. Just gotta mop up the last of these Mordrim with old Gripblade here.
Sounds good. See you soon.
And for those that did play through the story of the first part, what's his name, Rox here, had a quiver that was on his back. It looks like he swapped it up for a fancy new bow, pulsating scorpion devourer, some kind of pulsating devourer. And I currently have Rox's quiver actually on my back. I ended up breaking down and buying it because it would just taken me forever to try and get that to try and craft it myself, being a casual player. So, I mean, hey, that's what the whole idea of the content is. But I ended up having the extra points, thanks to people gifting some to me over time. And I was able to pick them up. Because it was one of the long-term goals I had for my character was to get that specific quiver. Because he is, of course, a ranger. He was down before he even started. Alright, so might as well continue escorting these guys through as we make our way. Well, they're just aggroing everything that they can, aren't they? As we make our way to the other end of the map, or to the packed staging area. Last time we only got halfway, and that was apparently enough, or not? Couldn't really tell you. That was really bright of me. Just cast that while the guy was underground. Here's something that I did notice, is that a lot of the time when we're in battles, I draw all aggro. And I'm considering at this point making one of my options with the Beast Mastery to have them attack my pet instead, though that is where most of my damage is coming from. So I would feel kind of bad about having the possibility of my pet dying, because I believe that the pet takes considerably less damage now since several updates have happened. But let's see if we can actually heal some of these guys. So right now they're looking a bit rough. That Crusader's running a little low. And of course he's going to run away from the healing field. Just like usual players would. Hahaha. So, let's see if we can... Oh, I hate the immobilization. There we go. Where's that render? So actually target it. And I'm stuck again. Okay, with the Mender down, these guys should go down relatively quickly. Before the battle's over, I'm going to try and heal these guys. Looks like they really don't need it, actually.
Show those Mordrim they can't stop us.
There we go. And one more before I switch back. There we go. Having the ability to heal up the NPCs is really, really good. especially since they're required for a lot of the things I'm usually trying to accomplish. Now, I don't really have many of the Druid abilities unlocked yet, but hey, that's what this is all about. So I won't be able to get a lot of the benefits of being able to heal myself as well as others while I'm doing this. And I will be actually a little bit weaker because of it. But that's okay. Alright, where are we taking you? You coming? You're gonna run through the door. And there we go. Uh-oh, that doesn't look good. Well, before I end up trying to heal him... Wow, I am just getting immobilizes all over the place. Need to take out these members.
I don't have enough energy.
There's one down. Let's try trading pets. Come on, try it again.
Strength of the pack.
Come on, pet, get him down. I'm not going to make it with this Leeching Thrasher on me. Not good. Down. I'll take out this Terragriff. Get away from me. Whew, that was a close one. And one of the things I did forget to do, of course, was to use my Ancestral Grace to escape from death there. Alright, well, that one's back up. Let's see if we can actually catch up again. Oh, of course the Warthog picks on me while I'm trying to help. And we get a Veteran Leeching Thrasher. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to escape. And bring a Warthog with me. Why not? No, I did not want that guy. Oh my god. Turn. Come on. He's fine. Let's go talk to our friends.
Hey, boss! Radasum was all abuzz over the Pack Fleet disaster. I knew you'd get involved, so I came to pitch in. Scruffy and I gave these locals a lesson in Mordrum bashing while we waited for you. Oh, and Canuck helped too.
Yes, I helped. And I thought the Firstborn were full of themselves. Commander, Countess Anise sent me to support you and represent the Shining Blade in the fight against Mordremoth. The jungle won't contain Mordremoth for long. Mordrum incursions are already happening as far away as Diessa Plateau. I also have an obvious personal stake in defeating the Jungle Dragon. In any case, I am at your disposal.
Glad to have you both aboard. We're going to need all the help we can get. Let's move out.
I do really like that they don't go into the cutaways anymore, because it allows you to still wander around, even mess around with your inventory if you wanted to. And you don't have to worry about somebody just pressing skip. But you can get interrupted by enemies, as we saw in the previous one, if things aren't quite set up right. So I'm pretty sure I did not go down. Oh, so much for the repair station double check. That's not good. There we go. I think we've completed the first section of the Heart of Thorns content. Silky sand, packed crowbar, open airship cargo inverted brake, used automatically on airship cargo in the air. Huh. Sort of like a different kind of key, I guess. Bag of airship parts. Takes effect immediately upon receipt. Contains 5 airship parts. Okay.
I've seen engines. There's a stadium of wastes here.
Yeah, I don't have anything going on with that. So there we go. And I guess next...
Stay sharp, people. Mordremoth hit the Pact hard. It's up to us to pick up the pieces.
And so, before I start up this next bit of the chapter, I think I'm going to call it here, and then I will probably continue on with the next episode from there on out. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If so, please give me a like, comment, share, or subscribe. And until next time, we'll see ya.